Okay, I'm here with Lynn Farmer. She became a debt management client of DebtHelper.com in July of 2010, and she just paid off all of her credit card debt in June of this year, 2014, which is really, really great. So, hi, Lynn. Thank you for joining us. How are you today?
Thank you. Very well, thank you.
Okay, so Lynn, I just kind of want to know if you could tell me what was it that made you decide to look for a debt management program?
Well, after I had a sudden divorce, I realized I had more debt than what I could handle monthly, but also I found that other services did not provide or wouldn't even take me on as a client. And even though I made what I considered a decent income, I didn't find that the information was either helpful or in some cases really wasn't even valid. So when I found Debt Helper, I did call them and was able to see them immediately. I felt very comfortable. They were very compassionate, very competent, and I felt very comfortable with them.
Okay, great. And so let me ask you, do you think when you started to see that you were in a little bit of financial trouble and you needed to seek help, do you think that you hesitated at all? And if so, why? Do you think there was a reason that maybe kept you from seeking out the help that you needed?
I did hesitate. I thought initially that I could fix this with overtime, working extra. I thought that at the time that I could, as I was instructed to do by a lot of people, I think most of us would consider competent, said that I could negotiate those interest rates and things myself. That, in fact, was not the case, and it just made the situation, I think, worse because as months went on, it became more anxiety producing, and it felt that I wasn't going to get anywhere. I did find that I was turned down by agencies that most people would have probably gone to, and I thought because of that, that no one would be able to help me or even to give me information. So after really thinking for a while about it, I had known about the program and I thought, well, I'm going to at least give them a call because if they're going to say no, it's not something I hadn't heard before, but at least I would know I've gone through every avenue. And I have said this to many people, I wished I'd gone there first. I would have not spent the months I did not getting the help. I would have been that much further ahead.
And now let me ask you, what did you like most about working with Debt Helper while you were enrolled in the program?
I like the fact that you could call them at any time if you had a question. I like the fact that I could pay my monthly statements online. That each person has a counselor that they're given, and you can call them, but you can call anybody if they're not available, and more than willing to help. I felt comfortable if I had a question that no question was too small or silly. That if I wanted to change something or if I wanted just to ask a question, that I could do that. The person that I worked with was very compassionate, very kind, very professional, and I felt comfortable providing information that you don't normally want to tell anybody to them, and it was handled very well, and it was very easy to pay. You can see your monthly payments where they go. The communication is very easy to do. Also, it paid the debt down quicker than it could have. I never would have been able to do it any other way. Never.
Yeah. Lastly, what advice would you give to others who are looking but maybe hesitating, not really sure? What would be, a piece of advice that you would give to them?
I would say that I wouldn't wait. It's always your choice whether you decide to go with the program, but I would say that the thing that I would tell everybody is not to wait the months that I waited, not to assume that you know or that someone else is giving you information. I would go and speak with a counselor, sit down and show them what you have, and I think that you can decide then for yourself, but I'm sure like myself, you'll realize that it is possible to take care of it and that what you have to tell them isn't something they probably haven't heard before, and just the level of comfort that alone brings you, let alone knowing that you can do something about it, is priceless.
Awesome. Well, I got to tell you, Lynn, your interest rates were cut by 50% or over, and you paid off your credit card debt in 4 years, and congratulations for that. And I want to thank you for taking your time out, and DebtHelper.com wants to thank you, and that was really helpful.
Thank you. Well, thank you, and I hope other people will, take the lead and realize that they can do it, and that, you think you're in a situation and you find yourself in something that you never believe you're going to get in, as I did, and thought that I was smarter than that, and realized I had a lot to learn, and I did get a great education.
Well, great. Thank you so much, Lynn.